Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you're welcome. My name is Anita Phone, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to help this channel grow. And if you're a member, you're welcome back. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you on how to sew this corset top step by step. So if you want to know how I go about it, keep on watching. First thing I did was to go ahead and cut all my pieces. I already have a tutorial on how to make this pattern. I'll be leaving it at the description section, so maybe you want to go ahead to check that out. Then next thing I did was to go ahead, just open up the two pieces. I just pick up the two front piece. I'm going to be pinning it up together. Once I'm done doing so, I'll just go ahead and pick the other side of the front piece like this, as you can see me doing, and pin them up together. When I'm done pinning that up, I'll go ahead now to do the same thing to the back piece as well. Place them up and you pin. After doing so, I'll just take it to the machine and stitch and do the same thing to the front piece. For my straps, I'll just go ahead, fold it in like this. I'm going to be stitching it up. I'll do the same thing to my lining piece as well. I'm stitching 3/4 inch away because that is what I added for the sewing allowance. So this is what it looked like after stitching, and I went ahead to press it up. Okay, I did the same thing to the front while pressing it up facing the opposite direction. So I'm going to be using this allowance to create up the boning casing. All right, I did the same thing to the lining piece as well. Now for my straps, I'm going to show you on how I use this to turn up my straps just like this. I try to pull it out. Sorry if I'm a bit far away from the camera. Pull it out, then you pull this right outside like so, so you can see, and then you go ahead to press that up to lay that flat. Now I will take it to the machine. I'm going to stitch right on top there to create the boning casing for it. All right, so when we are at the sewing machine, you're going to stitch at the right side of your piece, not at the wrong side of the piece. So I already went ahead and create one boning casing like you can see right here. I'll do the same thing to all the other pieces. All right, I've already gone ahead to do the same thing right there. If you want, you can create one at the center. It's up to you. Now the next thing we'll do now to take the right side of the piece, pin them up with the lining like this. I'm just pinning everything up like so. After pinning, we will take it to the machine and we'll stitch it up. So you stitch up like this while leaving half an inch opened, and do the same thing like this. Leave half an inch open and stitch like this. Do the same thing too for the front as well. Okay, stitch leaving half an inch open like this. All right, once I'm done stitching, I'll just go ahead to remove all the pin, trim all the excess, notch it up, so we'll be able to turn that up and press it up. Okay, after notching, what I did was to go ahead and turn it out and press that up to lay it flat. And I also added one of the joining one of the soldier together. I'm going to show you on how to join this other piece as well like this. So what I did was to go ahead and place the right side, the main piece, facing each other just like this, and I'll go ahead and grab up like so and pin that up. Then I'll also pin this other side as well and pin. We'll take it to the machine and we're going to stitch right there. Next thing we'll do is to join the lining as well together. All right, once you're done joining it, you go ahead to trim all the excess. This is what it look like, and we are going to be joining the lining piece as well. Look at what I'm doing. Just flip it like this, put the right side facing each other. Sorry, I'm a bit far away from the camera. Just look at what I'm doing right there. Put them up together and we'll pin. I'll go ahead to stitch it up like that. After stitching, you go ahead to press that up. I'm going to be hand stitch this, or you can use your hemming gun. Just place your hemming gun inside you and you press it with a steam iron. Okay, it's going to stick to it. The next thing I will do now is to go ahead to add my boning to it, but I'm cutting my boning ½ inch shorter than whatever I have. For example, if the length of your top is 8 inch, cut your boning at 7½ inch. Then after cutting, you're going to burn all the edges so it will not be too sharp, okay, when you put it on. So I'm just going to go ahead, continue doing the same thing, cut and burn. I'll add the boning and then press it on top of my top to relax the boning. Okay, now this is what it's looking like so far. The next thing I'll do is to go ahead now. I'll just place it right side facing each other and make sure everything's kind of straight. Then to go ahead now, I'm going to minus 1½ inch from my half of my waist measurement. For example, if your waist is 13, if you take ½ inch both sides, you'll be left with 10 inch. That's because I'm going to be adding loops at the side. Okay, also do the same thing to the bust as well. Just mark that up and cut that up all the way straight downward like this. Like I said, that I'm actually taking this minus this up. That's because I want to add loops at the side. But if you're going to be adding a zipper, there's no need for you to take this 3 inch away. Okay, I went ahead to join up the front piece. Already went ahead to close the downer part of the top of the front piece. So I will show you on how to go about making the back piece as well. What I did was to flip it up like this, and I'm going to pin that up like so. Then I'll just go ahead, join it up, and I'm going to pin that up, making sure everything is same. Pin that up, pull and pin to keep everything straight. All right, see, if you find out that anything is big, go ahead and lose it up, and you go ahead and adjust it. Pin that up, make sure you get it straight and right. Then we're going to go ahead and stitch that up. After stitching, you're going to go ahead, trim all the excess, flip it up like this, and you go ahead to press that up to lay that flat and neat. Right now, the next I will do is to go ahead, fold ½ inch inward like this. I'm going to press that up, and I'll do the same thing to the other side. After pressing, what I did was to go ahead, cut my loops out of about 2 inch each. I'm going to be adding about 4 loops right there and just pin that up. Place one right there and pin. Then I'm going to place one here. I'll pin. I will do the same thing to the other side as well. Pin that up and pin. Pinned, and we'll take it to the machine and we're going to secure it up. Right, I'm going to be stitching over it twice to secure that up, so by the time if you try to pull it, it will not kind of unstitch or cut. Okay, so I'll go on now to hand stitch that space or use your hemming gum. Then we'll just go ahead to put those straps, and we're going to be like crossing them up. Anything you want to do, you do. So the top is so beautiful, and I really love the way it turns out. Okay, After crossing this up, your top is ready to put on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on my next tutorial. If you find this tutorial helpful, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, and see you on my next project. This is the finished look. This is what it look like. I really love it. I hope you all do. Thank you, friends, for watching. See you on my next DIY. Bye bye.